long ago before stories were written in books, when the world was still learning how to be itself. The wind was quite different from what we know today. You see, the wind didn't know how to whisper back then. Instead, it would scream and howl, throwing terrible tantrums across the land. It would race through villages, tearing roofs from houses and scattering them like autumn leaves. The wind would barrel through forests, making such frightful sounds that even the bravest bears would huddle in their caves. Small animals would tremble, pressing themselves close to the ground, and birds would grip their nests tightly, hoping their homes wouldn't be swept away. The wind didn't mean to be so harsh. It simply didn't know any better. It was like a child who hadn't yet learned to control its voice or actions. Every time it wanted to play or dance, it would end up causing chaos instead. But the ancient trees, those wise guardians of the earth who had stood watching for centuries, decided it was time to help. One particularly gentle oak tree, whose branches had endured countless of the wind's temper tantrums, waited for just the right moment to speak. "Dear wind," the oak whispered one evening, its leaves dancing softly, "why do you shout when you could sing? Why do you push when you could dance? Come, let us teach you a different way." The wind, surprised that anyone would speak to it so kindly, paused its wild racing, and for the first time it listened. The trees showed the wind how to weave through their branches, creating beautiful melodies instead of angry roars. They taught it how to play with their leaves, making them rustle and whisper secrets instead of tearing them away. Slowly, day by day, the wind learned. It discovered the joy of gentle movement, the beauty of subtle sounds, and the art of peaceful presence. Now, when you hear the wind at night, softly singing through the trees, remember this story. Remember how the wild wind learned to whisper, thanks to the patience and wisdom of the trees. And sometimes, if you listen very carefully on a quiet evening, you might hear the wind and trees still practicing their dance, sharing ancient lullabies with the world.